the social and political world as well. If you stopped trying to understand things and things kept changing, I think we'd all be sunk. That's right. Now push the button. That's it. One woman said after she went home from the exploratorium, she wired the plug on a lamp cord. Now, there's nothing in the museum that teaches you how to wire a plug on a lamp cord, but somehow it gave her the confidence that she could do something like that.
So it's a different kind of exponential growth on the bicycle pump.
Wave propagation, the waveguide, waveform, wave machine, the longitudinal wave. Nearly all the exhibits are built here in the Exploratorium shop. The shop itself is open to view. Just another exhibit. We had a graphic artist who wanted to put a big plastic wall up, but he didn't know that part of the shop was the way a shop smells when you burn the wood in the saw or smell the oil from the lathe.
Someone's always working on a new idea.
It's so nice and direct.
Rob Semper and Dave Fleming know that a strip of iron attached to a magnet will quickly lose its magnetic properties and detach when heated to 1400 degrees Fahrenheit. This temperature is called the Curie point of the metal.
Of course, the problem is the magnet gets pretty hot this way, too.
But understanding the phenomenon is only the first step toward building an exhibit.
It's just difficult to make with a propane torch. Also the fact that, we haven't figured out how to have flame on the floor.
Hold your right hand still and move your left hand. Everybody's not moving.
How many tubes are in there?
Just two.
Many exhibits are disarmingly simple, and most are understandable at a number of levels.
Over there, no. Get out. Where'd he go?
I think that's marvelous. That's beautiful.
A simple sheet of mirrored glass is partly a carnival sideshow, partly an investigation of symmetry, visual perception, incidence, reflectance, real images, and reflected images.
Mirrors I find very confusing to this day, and I think it takes a lot of getting used to. And you start when you're little and learn about mirrors, and it's a lifelong process, really. That's why it's so surprising. It's so different from what you expect. Any mirror is a magical sort of thing. And we pay a great deal of attention to the role of aesthetics, the feel of it, the structure of it, the building up of suspense and the relief of tension. But these are things that have to go hand in hand with much more didactic forms of teaching.
Frank himself has built many of the exhibits. He's from the old school, trained as a physicist in the great laboratories of the 1930s, when most scientists built their own apparatus. He's made exhibits on heat and temperature, electricity, vision, hearing, and a host of other phenomena. But today his thoughts are on resonance, the marvel of sympathetic vibration. Atoms, bells, musical instruments, bridges, pendulums, anything set to ringing, swinging, or vibrating by forces around it.
I'll put bearings in here eventually, but I want to try it out first without bearings.
Frank wants to demonstrate modes of resonance with a simple, large-scale exhibit in which one pendulum will set another into motion.
So now if I take one of these,
Won't be damned.
see how long it goes. It stops. That's pretty nice. I suppose there's a lot of practical fruits to understanding, but it's like sex. There are a lot of practical fruits to sex, but nobody would say that's why you do it normally. So I think there are other reasons for understanding, which have to do with the built-in urge to do that, to really want to see why things are going on.
The idea for a Curie Point exhibit has now progressed to prototype stage.
Yeah, hot. It's hot. Yeah.
Rob and Dave have cannibalized the shop's arc welder to see if its electric current will heat a narrow strip of steel beyond the Curie Point.
It's a great way to ruin magnets. That was the problem with the battery.
There it goes.
Yeah, turn it off again.
Perfect exhibit. Good. So it's got a good time scale to it. This is magnets on fire.
If the magnet's on a pendulum, you just heat it up and the thing would swing free like a pendulum again. You cool it down and it would suck right back over to the edge.
You still would need, you'd have to have a really strong small magnet then.
That's why I was saying one of Hibson's rare.
Nature is full of surprises.
But it's a good idea to have the variac on the...
If one sits at a drawing board and tries to do an exhibit, one could do a very good job, but then the person who's building it isn't allowed to react to the surprises that come up in the process of building it.
With stainless, have less oxide capabilities.
And the result is that things come up which make the exhibit more interesting and more beautiful or more agreeable to operate.
That's a great magnet. It'd probably knock a big hole in the metal after every time it opened up.
It's going to arc too much.
You could just put an LED and a photodetector.
It won't arc it.
Well, you could have a pendulum, you can make the pendulum a solid rod and actually go back to this technique again.
You lost your blade there. Went through.
All right. Oh, yeah.
Great. Well, that solves that problem.
That's how long it lasts.
Yeah, we'll have to replace it every 10
figured
minutes.
it out.
You see that one structure on the hub of the wheel as it goes around? You can see how the linkages work on this. The piston's going back and forth. That makes the tie rods go, and they're connected to the cam over there.
In the museum, it has this social aspect. It's like taking a walk through the woods. If you're all by yourself, you really don't notice a lot, but if there's somebody there, somebody will point out a flower or an animal or a special tree. So a lot of the noticing takes place because people stimulate each other.
Now I just see. Now I just see you. Wait a minute, this is weird.
But with the magnet, you can move that 400 pounds.
Wait, I've got it to go further now, look.
That's a freak of nature.
Look. It's just like
no, you try it. You try it.
It's just like taking the dirt from off.
Many exhibits actually require two people working together, like the pitch changer or delayed speech.
Hello? Does that sound like my voice?
Yes, it does.
Yes, Ronnie.
Yeah.
The prototype for a new language exhibit is being tested on the floor. Noise from a duck call is routed through a vacuum cleaner hose into one of 5 resonant air chambers. Each chamber shapes the noise into a different vowel sound, A, E, I, O, or U.